Let's just jump right into this. We're going to make these plates. I showed you what they look like in the picture. So what you want to do, first of all, is get just a piece of computer paper to get these angles here. So you put the paper up, line it up, start taking your nail on your finger, and you just want to get a rough kind of estimate of what we're doing. So as you keep going back, actually you can move the paper all the way over now that I'm looking at this, and use this line, this nice straight line of the paper, and go ahead and start getting your outline. Now this is just a rough part right now because you don't have to be that accurate. Once you start cutting and making your template, that's when you need to get a little bit more accurate. But right now we're just getting the rough idea of the paper. And you can, as you see, keep going over it, you're going to get a nice clean line. Now the bottom on here, you're going to have to kind of feel it with your finger. You might want to use a pencil because it's not that sharp of a line on this trunk lid here. So you're just going to have to estimate it at first. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a line. Get just a rough estimate of where I want it. Okay, now that I have this, I'm going to use my scissors and cut around, and I'm going to keep cutting until I get exactly where I want my template of the piece of paper correct. Okay, so what I did is I cut it with my scissors kind of close to my lines. They're a little off, and I wanted it like that so I can take my paper cutter and do really straight lines for these lines right in here. But you can see where I cut a little bit longer. You want to do that so you can get nice straight lines. Okay, now I'll go ahead and show you how to do it on a paper cutter. So I have a nice paper cutter here. If you don't, just get as accurate as you can with your scissors, but I want to be real accurate to make these templates. So I'm going to put it up to where I have a line that I made. And this just cuts it very straight. Like I said, if you don't have one of these, it's okay. Just do the best you can with your scissors. If you have a steady hand, you can do this job. But you want this all nice and straight. Alright, now let's go see what that looks like. Okay, so I got the template out. I actually did end up using scissors because I didn't notice that these are curved at the bottom, and over here and up here it's kind of curved. So use your scissors to get nice curved lines. And remember, you only have to make one template because this is the exact opposite of both sides. So take it, put it on your piece of stainless steel. Take your Sharpie, trace it onto your stainless steel. Now, to get these stainless steel, like I always say in my videos, you can get one off of OfferUp or Craigslist. Get a stainless steel dishwasher. They're everywhere on there. They break down a lot, so people just throw them out. And they always have a nice big sheet of stainless steel on there. Just go ahead and rip that off there. It's really easy. A couple screws, they just pop right off. Or if you don't want to do that route, just go down to Home Depot and buy these sheets. They come in this size, or sometimes they're a little longer. And you have to buy, like, I think they're 20 in a pack. But it's real thin. It's painted on one side, and it's the best way to go. Now I am going to use an angle grinder on this. You have to wear some ear protection and eye protection. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this.
Oh.
So this cuts really easy with an angle grinder, And what you do when you go back on this, you're going to have to take some sandpaper and just go ahead and sand it. But yeah, you don't have to show you all my cutting, but that's just the way you do it. Just cut. It cuts like butter. It's really easy. So we'll move on. Okay, now I cut it out. Now I'm going to take a block sander like this and smooth all the rough edges off, because this will make burrs on the side. Now it depends on how you want to have your final product turn out. You can either paint this, or actually I've always wanted to try to hydro dip stuff, but on this project I'm not. I'm gonna just keep with the flame theme on my car already, and I'm just gonna paint this, so I'm not really worried about this too much. I need it all without the burrs on it, of course, but I'm not gonna be so concerned with it just right now. I'm just gonna get it nice and clean edges, so I can go ahead and take this, because it's the exact opposite. You just flip it over, take your Sharpie, and redo it to do the other side. Okay, moving on to the next step. What you want to do is take some sandpaper that I've been using. It's a wet, dry sandpaper. It's 500 grit. And what you want to do is put a nice little surface on it, and that will give the paint something to bond on. So I already did this side, and the side was the painted side versus the silver side. So what I want to do is I want black flames on this to match my other flames in the car I already have my whole theme on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice coat of base black, flat. I always use flat black because it's a little thicker, and I find that to cover up any kind of imperfections, you want a flat color first. And then go ahead and put one coat. It doesn't have to be very thick. That's thick enough for the first coat. And then after this, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down again with a nice quick sand. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some more coats. Put about 3 coats of this, and then I will show you when I get the vinyl flames. I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to take this brilliant aluminum and have it the final coat, and I'll show you all those steps. Okay, so it's been a couple days, and I really wanted this paint to dry, and it came out good because I'm going to have the black flames. So these vinyl decals, you can get them off of eBay. They're a couple dollars, but with these decals, you want to make sure where you put it, that's exactly where you want, because there's really no room for error. Once you put these down, that's it. You can't take them off too easily. So adjust it where you want, and what you do is these open up like this. You peel them off, and you have to put them exactly where you want it. Like I can't stress enough. You can't, once this is down, you can't move it at all. So you have to get exactly where you want it. Okay, that's perfect. And then it just presses down to get all the air bubbles off. Now what I'm doing is, wherever these flames are, I'm going to paint it's metallic and it's brilliant aluminum. And I want that the rest. And these flames, once I remove the vinyl decal, I will have black flames, and I won't have to have a decal. But if you like a decal, get any kind of decal you want and just put it on there and you're done. That's what's so cool about DIY stuff. Anything you want to do, you can do it. And you will be the only one that has it, because you did it yourself. Okay, so you don't want to see any kind of bubbles. Get them all out. Looking pretty good. And then what you want to do is start at the bottom where it's more of the decal. Don't start at the top where these little flames are. You'll rip it off. You start at a corner. Just kind of pull at an angle. Okay, it's down. So if you, like I said, If you like the decal, you can go ahead and stop there. I know this has a little bit of bubbles on it, but it's not really going to be a concern of mine because I'm going to go ahead and repaint over this. But if you like that, go ahead. You're done. You can move on to the next step, but I'm not done. I'm going to go ahead and spray this all gray. Or well, I'm sorry, with this aluminum, because I really like that. I do like that. That looks pretty cool too, but I don't really want a sticker. And when you do the final coat here, you don't want any kind of dust or anything. This is a little tool. I got it with free when I ordered some tint. They gave me this little tool. Just kind of gets all the lint, any dust. And then start the process over with your coat. So when you want to do this, you want this to be completely light coats. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for this coat. I'm going to let that dry, and in probably about another, I would say, half hour. Just depends what kind of weather you're in. Hotter, you don't have to wait as long, but it's not so hot today. So I'm going to let this dry for about a half hour, and I will show you the end product of this after about 3 coats. And that will do it for now. Okay, so I got 3 coats of gray on here, and now it's time to go ahead and peel the vinyl sticker off. What you want to do is get it at the angle just at the corner here. You peel to reveal, oops, your black flames. Okay, a little bit of thing, I can get that out later, but that's what it's going to look like. And that one goes here, and the other one will go the other side. Okay, now to get this to stick, I find this clear, transparent, industrial strength adhesive. You can get this at like Walmart or Home Depot or something. It's like $3 or $4. This works the best, but I highly recommend you taking this off. This panel comes off. They have these little, I don't know what you would call it, push-ins. I'm not sure, but they do. You just get a tool like this. These can be bought at like Harbor Freight. Like you get a whole pack of them for like $6. They just kind of come up, wiggle them out, kind of in there, but they pop out. I'll go around and do the rest of them. And up here you have to take this part off, and all this is just grab the whole thing here and wick it, and it just comes right off. So after I remove all these, this should just pop right off, and then I'm going to glue it in place and then match up both of them, both of these right where I want them, and I'm going to let this glue overnight. And I highly recommend taking this off like I just said, because if you don't want to have runs or anything, you don't want to mess this all up, you will want to take this off and let it dry overnight. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down, and then I will reveal what it looks like after this. Now that we got it all painted up, this is what it looks like, and I went ahead and I just put a splatter coat over with black. If you want to do the splatter coat, you just kind of take your spray paint, spray real slow and real far away, and you'll get that kind of effect if you like it. And the other thing I did was I painted the little push-ins silver just to give it more character. And if you want to do that yourself, what you have to do is you have to get this product, adhesion promoter, or the paint won't stick to plastic. Okay, this is real easy. And if you come here, you want to see that I forgot to show you this part. This just kind of slips on there, and it pops into the little hole to get that back on. And it's real easy. Whoops. I get a little higher than that, I guess. Well, we'll deal with that in a second. Line it up. Then you can push it in there. There, that pops in. Get it in exactly where you need it. then hold it with your hand, and then go ahead and just push these in. Go around and push them all in. Kind of tight, but they work. I mean, they need to be, I suppose. You know what? Don't forget to put this latch in, like I just almost did. There we go. Now it's a little easier. Okay. And then to get this in, press it in. You get the idea here. Line them in. So I think the color makes it look a little bit better than just black. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my little project I made, and thanks for all my new subscribers and the people that have been with me from the very beginning. Thanks a lot, and if you like it, like and subscribe. Thank you.